Hi. So I had several of my clients recently ask me how I stay calm when I'm around my children. And that made me think that it would be great to share some of my tips and tricks and tools. And so since it's summertime, since a lot of us are now around our kids a lot more regularly, it's also really hot, it's staying lighter later, which means the kids are not necessarily getting as much sleep as they were before. We're not sleeping as well when it's hot, mosquitoes buzzing around. So it's frustrating, right? And I'm not gonna lie, on the surface, sometimes when I'm around my kids, certainly in public, they're usually behaving better. They're older, they're 8 and 11. But there are things that they do that drive me freaking bonkers, right? And there are times that I lose my cool. And those emotions, when I do lose my cool, they don't just go away because I yell at my kids or I discipline them or whatever, right? They don't go away just because I want them to. So I do have tips and tricks and tools that I use to kind of help myself and my clients and my yoga students, even my kids, my own kids and the kids in my yoga classes, learn how to just release those negative emotions, let them pass through your body. So I thought, why not share them with you? And I know a lot of people have been asking me, so here you go. So this summer, I'm going to release several of these. I'm going to record some of these videos and put them down for you. But here's the first one. This is a super quick one. I use this in my yoga classes all the time with the kids. It's a great mindfulness activity. And it's simple. The kids love it because it's playful. And so it requires a scarf or a bandana, or a rubber ball, or even a balled up piece of paper or balled up socks. And the idea is you just say the thing, the emotion that you have, and you can even talk about the reason that emotion came up. So for this morning, for example, I had to ask my kids multiple times to do their chores, multiple times. And each time, for those of you who are parents, it gets more and more frustrating and your voice gets a little bit louder and louder. And then when they finally do it, it doesn't make you feel better because now you've yelled at your kids to do their chores. It doesn't make them feel better because they've only done their chores because they were yelled at and they don't want to get punished. So the whole situation is just not, not sustainable. But also the emotions don't go away just because the chores are done. So this is how I sort of release that. So I just say to the scarf, oh my God, I'm so frustrated that I had to yell at my kids to do their chores. I wish my kids did their chores without me having to yell at them. And then I just throw the scarf up in the air, right? And you can say it a couple of times, oh, I'm frustrated they didn't do their chores. I wish they had done their chores without me yelling at them. I wish I hadn't had to yell at them. I wish I didn't yell at them. I wish I was more patient and could ask them in a different way. That frustration, I just want to get rid of it. And you just keep, whether it's the ball, you can do the same thing with the ball, just keep going until you feel I don't carry that anymore. With a ball of paper, sometimes I'll throw it across the room, or a rubber ball. I might throw it across against the wall and catch it. Whatever makes you feel good, right? But that's it. It's super simple. Kids love this. In my yoga classes, it's amazing when I give kids permission to say the things that bother them, the things that come up, that we are not even as parents necessarily conscious of. So I had a kid in my yoga class the other day talk about, it eventually came out that his parents punished him for something that his sibling had done. And he was really upset that he got punished for something he didn't do. Another little girl in the class was talking about how she was really frustrated that her sister came into her room and took one of her toys and broke it. And so these things come up that you as a parent might not even hear your kid share with you. And doing this exercise with your kid gives them permission to share those things with you in a way that's fun. And if they're not willing to share it with you, if they want to keep it as a secret and hold it inside, and not say it out loud, it gives them permission to still let it go. And in a playful, fun way that really helps them learn that they don't have to carry all of those negative emotions with them inside. They can get them out, whether or not they want to articulate it or not. So that's this exercise, scarf throwing. I don't know. I don't have a name for it. Just the getting it out exercise. If you have any tips, tricks, or tools that you use to get rid of your emotions, I would love to hear them so I can share them with the other people. I'm going to continue, like I said, recording these videos and sharing them throughout the summer. I hope they work for you as well. If one of them sits with you really well, share how it worked. Have an amazing summer. Have an amazing weekend. Today's Saturday, so have an amazing weekend if you're watching this today. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. All right, bye.